Oh, do you guys want to see something? TRK 8-6 private 1v1. Nwpo 6-8 private 1v1. Nwpo's getting warmed up by TRK for this. The beef is real. He said, go beat him, brother. What is happening? I don't know if Vatira's looking at the party chat. This guy is just cringe, cause. Oh, here we go. Okay, wait. TRK and him are so cracked on this game, and oh, there's more. That's not exactly cringe, though, is it? To be good at the game, is that cringe? Against me and Zen, they spam Spanish kickoff and back left, back right, like every time. So should, and after they said okay, we stop. Only 2 demos, says Nwpo. They kept doing it. So they said they were gonna stop doing kickoff strats, and then they kept doing it. And then Nwpo says only 2 demo Lamau. This is amazing. So Vatira, how many demo / fake kickoffs are allowed per game? But following on the left or right, even more annoying. Oh yeah, what they're doing, I imagine, is 1,000 back right. I want to figure out what is Vatira's quota of how many non-standard kickoffs you're allowed, because it sounds like he has a limit that he, what does he say, 1 per game or something like that. I'll just ask a more. This is a best of 5, says Nwpo. Yeah, I think it's getting pretty late in Saudi, so best of 5 makes sense. He says, Vatira answering my question. I mean, I don't care about MO when 4 insane players face each other. I think it's bad to score on start kickoff, not because you outplay someone. Okay, so he wants to get quality midfield practice in, not kickoff, 2v2 kickoff practice. Okay, so... Okay, thanks for the explanation. Vatira actually, to be fair, like you guys are saying that he's just full tilt, not thinking, but it sounds like he actually does have a different philosophy to 2v2 ranked. He just wants to get into midfield play, and maybe he thinks that 2v2 kickoffs don't matter for 3v3 practice. So when he sees the KSA boys doing a bunch of 2v2 kickoffs, he might be thinking to himself, that doesn't work in 3v3, so it's a waste of time. Why are you wasting our... Like, we're all really good at the game. Why don't we just play the game normally? That's what I think his opinion is here. I would argue, however, that we've seen TRK and his team, Falcons, do several of these kickoff strats on LAN, and they've worked. In fact, the one of the ones that Vatira mentioned there, he said that he thinks it's... I can't remember the exact wording, but I think he said it was cringe to cheat right and left. What he means is that Falcons were getting pretty good at not killing the ball dead center, but killing it slightly left or right, and having a cheater ready on that side to get a free shot or a free hit. Now, if that's something that they can bring into 3v3, clearly practicing it in 2v2 is useful. So I would argue that Vatira might not be completely on the money there. Although I think he's got a good sentiment. I think his philosophy, it makes sense when you just think about it in a vacuum. Yeah, 4 players, let's just get into midfield play. That has to be good practice. Oh, what a save by Vatira. That's an unbelievable dodge in the air dribble bump. But yeah, I wouldn't fully agree. I think that there's a lot more to explore with 3v3 kickoffs, and I think 2v2 kickoffs do actually translate quite well. A lot of 2v2 kickoffs. Already Nwpo's tried an air dribble bump and now ground demo. I've got a feeling he's going to be trying to tilt Vatira here based on what we're seeing early on. Let's see how Vatira handles it. He doesn't get a touch there, but it actually works in his favor just fine. And now he's going to try and demo Nwpo. Actually backs off and then plays for the low shot. Nwpo actually ran into the roof of his net there, thinking that Vatira's going to be chasing him. So yeah, he just committed to running away. Vatira just plays the shot underneath him before Nwpo can get there. Really, really smart by Vati. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys, number one, if you think that it is not, obviously it's fine to play to win the 2v2 game. Nobody's going to argue that. But do you guys think, number one in chat, if you think 2v2 kickoffs, practicing 2v2 kickoff strats is valuable for an RLCS level pro. 2 if you think wasted time, 2v2 kickoffs never translate to 3s, and it's stupid to practice them. Looks like we've got some 2s in chat, but I think mostly 1s. I would err on the side of 1 for this. I think, you know, demo kickoffs are underutilized in 3v3 massively. I think that the right-left instead of center cheat kickoff, massively underexplored strategy as well. As well as just, you know, leaving the ball completely, like double half-flip kickoff, single half-flip kickoff. We've seen V1 doing a little bit of that with the double fake kickoff recently. 3v3 kickoffs are so underutilized and underexplored. I have to think that players who practice them in 2v2 are actually using their time well. If they then also use those same strats, so they're practicing in 2s ranked in 3v3. If you're not going to try, if you're just using it for 2s to get the rank points, that's also fine. But that would be a different philosophy. You're playing to win, not playing to improve. Both of which are okay. But yeah. Vatira seemed to think it was a totally different philosophy. They're here for the rank points, we're here to improve. I don't think it's that clear cut. But anyway, Vatira is actually a very reasonable guy. You know, he likes to be extremely competitive. So the reason these guys are low-key beefing is because they ran into each other in ranked, of course. They had a back and forth about what we discussed already. Don't need to explain that again. What's a say by Vatira here. But yeah, Vatira is very competitive. He rarely, you know, takes it personal though. I've never seen Vatira, at least publicly, and I don't know of any other instance either, where he's like gone too far and made it weird or personal. Like, I have a lot of respect for that, to be able to talk so much trash, to be able to be so confident, so competitive, but not cross the line. So full power to him. I'm a massive fan. But yeah, like I said in the previous show match today, when I hear pros complaining about kickoffs, it does get, you know, it does make me laugh. I think it's quite funny. Just like I think it's funny when pros complain about irritable bumps and demos and all this stuff. All these things that are in the game. Yeah, I think that's funny. So, all being said, I don't think, based on what we're seeing here today, there is actually too much beef between these guys, if any. But that's boring. Let's run with the opposite storyline. These guys hate each other. This is it. Oh my goodness, what a save. This is going to be incredibly tense right down to the end. Was that a little reverse wave dash? Oh, Nwpo's beamed it. Was that a reverse wave dash as well from Vatira to set up the momentum? Beautiful movement. And that was a, you know, hard shot from Vatira, but Nwpo easily should have had a save there. Looking to boom it into his own crossbar and counter attack maybe. When you're trying to do that, you know, redirect the ball into your defensive end, you got to be careful to actually get the touch. Nwpo, very clean movement from him as well. The posts have not been kind to him though. Vatira's got to be careful. Nwpo's going to demo him. Oh, he actually didn't. Well, I'm surprised. I thought that was just a free demo there for Nwpo. Vatira had just flipped. Nwpo coming in supersonic. It's already been a bit demo-y today, so I would have not been surprised to see it happen there. Nwpo from distance. Vatira backing off. He's doing a fair bit of shadowing today. Now, if you remember the last time I casted a Vatira 1v1, at least I think it was the most recent one, it was against Daniel, and he pretty much never shadowed in that match. He came to my Twitch chat afterwards, we were talking about it with him. He explained that he doesn't really like to shadow in defense because he'd rather just keep pressure on the ball, even if he's on 0 boost, then leave and give his opponent space. He's terrified of giving his opponent space more than he is afraid of giving them a big boost advantage. Very interesting to see. But yeah, today he's definitely shadowed a bit more, and this I think fits his style very well. Even if he's going to, as a priority, challenge as much as possible, challenge as early as possible, he's such a good reactive defender in 3v3 that it just makes sense that he should do that in 1s as well. Every now and then, keep Nwpo on his toes. That's what he's done in this game. I've seen plenty stunning goal line defense from Vatira, keeping him in the game earlier, and now with a couple of clinical finishes, putting him in front by 2. Oh, what a goal! Vatira up by 3 with a worldie. Chip in field, land on the ceiling, and then a tight angle flick. Rockets past Nwpo at the near post. 48 seconds to go. Nwpo getting completely destroyed at the end of this game. It's a good kickoff for Vatira as well, but he's got to be careful flipping like that to his corner. He's done that a couple of times this game. This time Vatira did go for the bump. Nwpo has to challenge here. No time to waste. And he certainly didn't waste any time. Successfully dispossesses the Frenchman and makes this a 2-goal game. Nwpo, he should really be trying to, I think, annoy. If it's clear that Vatira doesn't like cheeky kickoffs, I think Nwpo at the end of the game here should do something weird. He should probably delay a kickoff at the end of the game. I reckon that would be a good idea. Always a good idea if you want to get the most out of your game. Always a good idea to do things that you know are going to annoy your opponent. I think this one's just going to be too far gone. Vatira looking for the mind game, for the cherry on top. And it won't go, but I don't think it'll matter. Delayed flick by Nwpo lands out a demo as well. That's a great shot. Unless he can score a direct kickoff goal here, it is not going to matter. I shouldn't say direct. That makes it sound as if I'm saying Vatira's not going to go for the ball. He has to win the kickoff and score within 2 seconds. And it's really hard to win the straight kickoff hard enough to score. No angle to work with. Very easy for your opponent to get good contact on it. So it will go as expected into the ground and give Vatira the first game. Yeah, if you're wondering why don't we see so many kickoff goals on that straight spawn, there's a couple of reasons for it. Number one, like I said, the straight spawn gives players the easiest approach to getting goal side on the ball. It encourages goal side approaches. And if both players are coming from the goal side, then they're not really going to get any angle to work with against each other. Second reason is you do pass over another boost pad. So that is a big advantage as well. You're going to land with more boost, and that means you can save more shots that would happen after the kickoff goes down. We're on the diagonal here. This is where the most kickoff goals happen, because you only have time to pick up one boost pad instead of 2 or 3. And you have the biggest angle of approach, so there's a good chance someone tries to be on the outside edge of the ball. Nwpo full ball chase at the start of this game, by the way. That's a couple of 0 boost challenges, or low boost challenges, I should say. Very aggressive. Vatira delays the first pop and goes later, but it's not going to work. Nwpo actually slots the long range open net. The perfectly timed challenge. He realized that Vatira didn't have a dodge to work with there, so he timed his challenge right as Vatira was landing. That's of course the one moment, unless Vatira is pogo shooting, that he can't really do anything with the ball. Nwpo backs off to his corner. Another very early challenge. Vatira again didn't see that one coming. Nwpo has a bit of time here, enough time to put himself up by 2, but it's just full rush challenge so far from Nwpo. Vatira will need to adapt to this with some lighter first touches. If you realize somebody's doing this against you, number one, the first thing you need to do is don't take heavy first touches, because a heavy first touch is the perfect bait for a rush challenge. If you want to make yourself harder to challenge, oh, what a touch by Nwpo that is. And yeah, lighter first touches is a good start, so you can easily get back to the ball before your opponent can reach it. That's a number one adjustment that Vatira is going to need to make here, as I'm sure he's already noticed that Nwpo's challenging early. But there you go. So early flick from Vatira there, anticipating another early challenge from Nwpo. This time, Nwpo's faking. Vatira wants the air dribble bump. Oh, what a save. Nwpo not just stopping the ball on the goal line, but keeping full control. And he sacrifices himself to let the ball go in. Nice block saves Vatira. I mean, he could be talking about either the block at the defensive end or the block in attack, because that was an unbelievable save by Nwpo. I feel like we need to save the replay here and watch again how on earth he managed to do that, because we switched to his POV and he just had control of the ball on the goal line, which is ridiculous. Vatira gets one past him finally, but still a long way to go in the game. Neither player had time to grab boost there. Vatira had a bit of momentum to play with. That's a big kickoff win by Nwpo. Vatira in a rough position here. That's a good shot, but what a read. Vatira realized it wasn't in, grabs the boost, And now here comes the counter-attack. Nwpo plays the ball to the sidewall to deny Vatira the possession. He's had to use a ton of boost to get back to this. But get back to it, he does! Oh my word, what a play. That was not the first touch he wanted. He had so much work to do to get back to the ball. But he did a perfect job to land the reset in a good position. When Nwpo peaks, he just looks unstoppable. What a match we're being treated to here. Vatira likes the look of that bounce. He's going to play for it. Nwpo's already in the air. He actually got a touch. That's another insane early challenge by Nwpo. Vatira actually spotted that one, tried to just get the ball past him in any direction. It was a bit too late. Delayed shot from Vatira. Nwpo reads it. It's just been a different level from Nwpo in this game. He looks extremely hard to play against right now. Vatira gets faked, so he recovers and saves the following shot anyway. I mean, this is why, after seeing Vatira versus Daniel a couple months ago now, I was asking this guy to shadow more, because Vatira's reactive defense is unbelievable. And we all knew it would be, because we've seen him do this in 3v3 for years now. He is such a good defensive player. So difficult to get the ball past. And you know, in 1v1, defense is all about adjusting so that your opponent doesn't know what to expect, doesn't know when you're going to rush a challenge, doesn't know when you're going to low boost ball chase, doesn't know when you're going to back off and grab 100 boost, and also doesn't know when you're just going to sit in your goal and wait for them to take a shot. But you know, despite all of that, Vatira here just early pre-jumping. Nwpo says, alright, fine. If you're just going to fly in front of the ball, I'm just going to drop the ball behind me and come and get you. 5-1. But that's a brilliant adjustment mid-air there by Nwpo. If he didn't see Vatira pre-jumping, I'm sure we would have seen a continued air dribble. Spots Vatira coming into the back corner now. Wants the demo on the ground. Vatira again sees it coming. I think the shot is good. It is indeed. 5-2. Vatira gets another goal. It's like Nwpo with 100 ping probably saw contact on his screen there, but it's something you've got to accept when you're playing with 100 ping, playing with the away server. You're going to most likely see contact or see you know, slight ghost touches on your opponent, which the server does not register. Nothing unusual there. Of course, when that happens and you're playing on your own server, it's very annoying, so you're wondering what's going on. Is my internet lagging? But that would have been, I think, pretty expected for Nwpo there. Well, Vatira's coming back here. Nwpo peeked on him. Vatira showing once again he is right up there with the best 1v1 players in the world. Nwpo, I'm sure, in everybody's top 5 right now with the run that he's been on. The only players that have given him trouble recently are Zen and a bit more, or a bit earlier than that, Rawas. Rawas has always given Nwpo trouble, but Zen has beaten him twice. I think Rawas has beaten him 3 times. Everybody else, Nwpo seems to do just fine against. He's even beaten TRK recently. So I would put Nwpo top 5, I think. I think he's the next guy into that, or the last guy into that top 5, besides Zen, Daniel, Rawas, and Moxie, who all played in my most recent ones, tournament, the Real 1v1 Invitational. It's so stacked right now, though. Yan and First Skill are both looking incredibly good in NA. Appjack and Chronic as well. TRK is playing ones again. Lost just beat Yan. Who knows how good he is? And then you got Vatira, who's kind of another one. We don't really know just how good he is. Oh, that's a spectacular save by Nwpo. He's intentionally hit that late because he wanted to hit the underside of his crossbar. He didn't want to hit that and bounce it towards Vatira. Now he intercepts the ground double. Some next level defense by Nwpo here. Vatira still piling on the pressure, but the boost runs out. Nwpo with a speed flip grabs the back corner, and he can put this game beyond all doubt with one more goal. It looks like that's what's going to happen here. Oh, never mind. Vatira reads the low 50. It will be, I think, just a bit too hard to score 2 goals. Nwpo clears to confirm the win. That's to confirm the tie series 1-1. As Vatira's fancying a car change after that last game. He copied you, you created the preset. Yeah, sorry for everybody who just got ads. You probably panicked, but They were going to happen 2 minutes into this game, so we just got them right now. Alright, Vatira got into the game just in time there for the kickoff to go down. Perfect challenge by Vatira. Both blocking the potential shot and taking control of the ball and grabbing the boost. Just did absolutely everything there. And goes up by 1. Not the most efficient approach there, but the finish was good enough. Very nicely done. Ads again. How did we get ads again? I just ran them. Vatira tweeted mid-series. There's no way Vatira tweeted mid-series. Get out. Get out of here. I don't believe it. Wait, he did. He tweeted something in French. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Show the tweet. It's in French. I don't know. I mean, I click translate. It still doesn't really clearly make sense. So I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe somebody in chat can go on Vatira's Twitter and tell us what it is. Wow, Vatira very resilient to that bump from Nwpo. A great win on the back corner boost as well. It's a perfect start for Vatira here. Another boost steal comes in. Nwpo completely out the play. Fails his pinch clear. And goes up 3. Or Vatira goes up 3. Car racing tweet. It's about a French Twitch event. Okay. Okay. I still don't know what that means, but it sounds like Vatira is upset about something. Hopefully it's not going to affect his gameplay. A kickoff goal, mate. Nwpo scores a kickoff goal. As we know, Vatira doesn't believe in kickoff goals. He thinks that they're cringe and midfield play is the only thing that matters. I joke. Oh, the bump might be on here for Nwpo. He went for it, actually. Vatira played the ball very quickly to that corner. Vatira's showing his speed in this match. When we knew that he was a quick player, but Nwpo is S-tier 1v1 speed. He makes even good players, even the best players in the world, look sluggish on a bad day, but not Vatira. He's keeping up with him. I mean, he knows that that's what this game's about right now. We can see that from the very start of the game, where he was using tons of boosts immediately to get every play going. Nwpo lands an air dribble bump from distance. Vatira attempted a similar save to the one that he started this series with. Notice that he goes around the ball to the outside and then tries to flip back towards it. Nwpo this time in front of the ball on that side, anticipating Vatira's block. Vatira there trying to catch Nwpo going up onto the back wall. Oh, watch challenge by Vatira. How's the bounce looking for him? It's good enough. He can do something with this. Took a bit too long to make up his mind though, and the boost respawns perfectly for Nwpo at the midfield. Very dangerous attack coming in. Vatira on the goal line once again, showing off his shadow defense skills. This is a much better setup for Vati. A monstrous flick. He had so much boost left over. Landing on the ball with almost 48, I think 48 remaining, gave him so many options. And he just rocketed a flick into the roof of the net. Giving Nwpo no chance. Nwpo concedes possession of the ball. Vatira immediately into the air there, thinking there's a chance Nwpo could be doing the same thing. That's the adjustment we were talking about earlier. You know, if your opponent has shown signs of diving for tons of challenges, you can't hesitate at all. You need to just go immediately. You can't check and see if they're challenging. It's already too late if you check, and they are. Vatira showing that he's going to just, instead of controlling the play, slowing it down, trying to get Nwpo out of his comfort zone, accept the challenge and take him on at full speed. But is that wise? Nwpo scores again. Free jump by Vatira. Outplayed this time by Nwpo. Nwpo saw that one coming. I mean, it's kind of a doomed if you do, doomed if you don't situation, because even if Vatira doesn't pre-jump there, Nwpo can no doubt land a reset on the ball and slow play the situation as well. Blind pop on the ball there from Nwpo. Great awareness. Oh, he's just placed it. Well, I didn't think that was going to go in. I don't think you guys would have either. I'm really sorry, Vatira, but we have to see what went wrong here. Oh, he tripped on the post a little bit in the setup. Did he not have a dodge? I don't know if he somehow didn't have a dodge that he must have. I think he must have just forgotten to use dodge or air rolled too much. Yeah, tripped to the post a little bit in the setup, which is definitely not a comfortable thing to do. No, you don't like seeing your car turning a little bit sideways when you're about to jump into the air. Vatira with multiple mind games. And one more. Not a kind bounce for him though. And he has to bail on the play. Great demo dodge by Nwpo. He's got a massive run up to set up a backboard play. Vatira easily reads it. Routine read for him. Nwpo will regret jumping there. It didn't end up being all that bad. The Vatira will stick around in the corner for a while here. Nwpo does not fall for that challenge and slots a very easy open net. After an overextension from Vatira, he, had every right to stay in that corner and pop the ball awkwardly towards Nwpo, but to turn as well, this is maybe a bit too much in the position, a bit too risky. Nwpo with fluid wall movement once again. Vatira looking to get that boost as it spawns. He has to wait a bit for it, but there it is. Quick look back to see where Nwpo is. He knew the challenge was coming. Notice Vatira there. He saw Nwpo was really deep in the midfield, but he still anticipated the rush challenge, even from that range. And Vatira tie the game. Wanted the mind game. Nwpo played ball. Final minute. Nwpo trying to go up by 2, but a goal line save for Vatira. Says no to that idea. Nwpo fakes a challenge. That's massive. Oh, what a setup. He pitches it in defense to himself and gets the 7th goal. Exquisite play to transition from defense to attack in a position Vatira did not expect. 43 seconds to go. It's the Nwpo show. 5 straight goals. Vatira needs to score soon. Stop this momentum. Nwpo gives him a bit of space to work with. Flick for Vatira. Delays it. Fakes it instead. And got behind the ball as well. This was going to be tough to stop, even if Nwpo did flip into the ball. Vatira covering the dunk. And now is 34 seconds to score one more goal. Oh, he does get the boost here. Nwpo backs off to the corner. Huge run up for Vatira. Wants top bins. Nwpo denies him. Is the open net good for him though? He doesn't go for it. Nwpo decides that he doesn't want to take the risk on missing that open net just in case. He slams the near post and passes it to Vatira, but should he have gone for it? Oh, and Nwpo bumps Vatira into saving his own shot. The next shot's going to be tough to stop, though. It's hit the bar. Vatira's still going for it. Can Nwpo keep him out? Yes, he can. Oh, well, what a stand at the end there by Nwpo. Air dribble bump was about to connect for Vatira, but Nwpo bumped him back into the ball. What a play. He noticed that Vatira was not supersonic. If the opponent's not supersonic and you could get as much or similar momentum to them, why not bump the player back into the ball? Most players who are air dribble bumping are right in front of the ball, so if you can hit them, they're going to save it. Great read by Nwpo. And Vatira could not finish it off with the next 2 shots. He tried to keep the pressure on. It just wasn't meant to be. A lot of people tuning in and asking, did I watch the 2v2 matches between France and KSA? I did not. I've heard that they were very spicy. I'd love to see a 2v2 show match between Vatira Zen and TRK Nwpo. It just sounds unbelievable. Like the level, the mechanical level in that lobby is absolutely insane. There are very few, if any, more mechanical lobbies in the history of 2v2 show matches and tournaments. Vati again with a strong start, 2-0. Leaves the ball just briefly here, but reads very well that he can get back before any danger. Oh, he misread that one though. Nwpo with no boost grabs a goal in a very risky position. The reason this is risky is because, I mean, any touch from Vatira there, and it's probably a goal for him. Any touch at all. And Nwpo correctly predicted that he can flick it up and over his opponent. (8-5) for KSA. They played 13 2v2 ranked games. Were they all in a row as well? I mean, when you're that high MMR, you probably do just keep getting the same match over and over again. That's unreal. That's absolutely incredible. You know, I was kind of saying earlier that I see Vatira's point about practice over ranked points. Like the purpose of playing twos is to get good midfield mechanical practice in, but if there's I was previously critical of the French 2v2 players for not having enough variety in their kickoffs. They're too predictable. I think he should really take a look at that side cheat, the right or left cheat that TRK and Nwpo were doing, because we've seen Falcons use that in 3v3 to great effect. I think that's probably one that, you know, you have to just say, hey, yeah, this is worth practicing, because it can translate to threes. But yeah, what do you guys think about demo kickoffs? Like, I know most pros just absolutely hate them, but I think they're massively underrated in 3v3. One in chat if you think demo kickoffs should be more of a part of 3v3 than they are. I think if teams, you know, really want to win, you got to use all the tools at your disposal, and demo kickoffs are very, very tough to stop when you're surprised by it. And I feel like if one team this weekend just decided to go for a demo kickoff, one per series, it would catch every team by surprise, because it doesn't look any different from a regular setup. It's exactly the same. You know, fake kickoffs you can sometimes spot because the player at the back is doing something weird, but demo kickoffs are just exactly the same. So I think that's the most underutilized kickoff, and I think, in my opinion, pros should be practicing it in 2v2 and should be using it in RLCS if their number one thing they care about is winning. The only valid reason I can think of for not using it in RLCS online is you're saving it for like a big final or something. Saving it for like a LAN match where you don't want the other team to have any replays of you doing that, where they can maybe anticipate it in tense situations. Aside from that though, I feel like, yeah, most teams, if every team is not doing it enough. I'm giving Team Scopium by saying that they're saving it. We all know they're not. They're not saving it for a LAN match. They're just not doing it because they think it's cringe. Oh, what a play by Vatira. Nwpo did not see that second last touch coming. Vatira coming in, making it look like he's going to go for just maybe one more touch, maybe an air dribble dunk at the end, but he goes backboard. Puts himself 3 goals up. Very back and forth series here. Oh, what a recovery by Nwpo. That was not an easy touch to make. You see that he was contorting his car at the end of his flip there to make sure that he plays the ball safely. 2 goals still in it. Vatira getting bumped around after the kickoff win. Unable to get it immediately on target. The floor pinch might though. Indeed it will. 7 goals for Vatira. There's another defensive pinch from Nwpo that led to this. He tried to get a lot more distance on this. I should have watched that replay. Vatira was watching it as well. I'm sorry, Vatira. I should have watched it so you weren't the only one watching it. There have just been so many world-class goals in this match that I've been trying to, you know, skip some of them. So I know it's very late in Saudi Arabia, like 11 PM now. Nwpo was asking, how can we get this match started sooner? So I don't want to have it drag on unnecessarily. Oh, Vatira, 1 out of 50, doesn't stick with the ball though. That's a very easy goal for Nwpo. I like the idea by Vatira. He's trying to just flip reset into a 50, which could absolutely surprise Nwpo. Of course, if you do that, you need to stay with the ball. Did Nwpo get chain resets on Vatira's car there, or am I hearing things? Well shot. Too low for Nwpo. Vatira with another fake flick. He's done this quite a lot this match. Very tricky to read. Oh, he fights well for the mid boost. Nwpo just comes launching along anyway. The terrifying sound of the chain dash. There is a testing flick from Vatira. Nwpo pings it off his own back wall to get it into the midfield, but Vatira's running the show right now. Not overextending. He's just probing, looking for an opening. There it is. Vatira fell prey to plenty early challenges earlier in the match. This game, he is seeing them coming. I mean, really good approach by Nwpo, to be honest. He was dead behind the ball. By dead behind the ball, I mean straight behind the ball. He was very much alive. Vatira's just anticipating these rush challenges a whole lot more than he did earlier on. You know, when you're in a position like Vatira is, with a 2-goal lead, and final minute upon us, your opponent is forced to take these risks. So Vatira knows Nwpo doesn't really have any choice. He kind of just has to challenge at this point. So yeah, he's going to expect to see things like this. Challenges flying into the back corner, like Nwpo did there. He's going to go all in here. Vatira's pre-jumped. He's just one step ahead. He knows exactly what Nwpo's going to do. Nwpo really only had one option. He had to go for the big play, had to go for the goal. And Vatira shuts it down, takes game 4. Ace match incoming. This is a best of 5. Vatira has tied it. Koilagat, thanks for the prime. Welcome to the channel. Let me just check. We got apparently 12 minutes of pre-roll off. Guys, you remember, did Vatira or did Nwpo DC after game 2 or 3? Was it after game 2? I think it was after game 2, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm just going to let this next match time go down here. This is it. Nwpo Vatira game 5. They had a lot of words for each other yesterday in ranked. They had a lot of words for each other in the party chat before the match. Now the gameplay does the talking. 5 minutes to find out if Nwpo will cement himself as a top 5 ones player in the world, or if Vatira will continue to rapidly rise up the ranks. It's a perfect start for Nwpo. Ceiling challenge from Vatira, spotted early by the Saudi Arabian player. And it was so critical that he flipped when he did. If he was any later on that, I'm pretty sure Vatira was going to slam Nwpo into his own half there with the speed that the ceiling challenge was coming in at. Nwpo needs to play a smart game. Vatira punished him for many an early challenge in game 4. It has to be a calculated match finish by Nwpo. The danger of that is that Vatira is such a smart player. He's just chain bumped Nwpo about 8 times there. Nwpo kept his cool. Oh, Vatira's missed an open net, tight angle. Still, it was open. And this is the punishment. Nwpo's coming the other direction. His flick is lackluster though. And this time, Vatira will hit the open net. Well, that was, I think, a pretty risky angle to be trying to flick from. The ball is getting pretty low to the ground. Obviously, if you're low to the ground with the aerial flick, you need to be under the ball to have any chance of getting it over the goalkeeper. Nwpo looked like he was behind that ball, so probably a bit too late. Oh, what a flick that is by Vatira. Confident flick in game 5. Low boost in this play. Doesn't matter. He just launches it straight over Nwpo's head. So a minute in. Swings the way of the Frenchman. He's going to steal the corner boost away from Nwpo here. And dives right into the play. With a boost advantage, he'll be able to get mid here as well. Nwpo trying to wall dash to get back into position. He's got to be careful here. The Vatira knows he's there. Nwpo forced to back off. Here comes Vatira again. Flip reset. Mind game. And a dunk while we're in reverse on the landing. Nwpo unable to guess what Vatira had planned. I mean, Vatira's mixed it up wonderfully with this aerial game. We've had resets, we've had mind games, we've even had a backboard double as well. Vatira's going to have the open net here. Nwpo greedily goes for the boost. And actually, the fact that Vatira messed up his wave dash, or no, he didn't mess up his wave dash actually. The fact that Vatira got his flip slowed down there helped him land in a better position, in fact. Very careless there by Nwpo. Still a long time left. He has to make sure of his aerial plays though. Vatira again stops the air dribble bump. Seals the back corner boost away. Such a difficult player to dispossess, Vatira. Nwpo gets an angle to challenge from and surprise Vatira while doing so. It's unbelievable how effortless Nwpo's wall dashes are. It seems whenever he wants, he can just wall dash, chain dash, no problem. Get that little burst of speed. And it's not something that every pro in the world can do yet. But eventually, it's going to be as normal as a wave dash is. Very crucial fake challenge there from Nwpo. Big last touch. Oh wow, what a final touch that is. Vatira compliments him as well. Because how on earth does he manage to get that much power? It looked like he was going to be air dribble bumping. Then out of nowhere, he just launches it in the top bin. What was that? It looked even sillier from Vatira's POV. And that is a nice option to have in your back pocket when you're air dribbling. Oh, that's not a nice bounce for Vatira. Very efficient takeoff for Nwpo here, but the challenge from Vatira connects. And he stays with it to put a shot on goal. Oh my goodness, the bravery of Nwpo to intentionally hit his own crossbar from that range. With hardly any boost to spare, he played that so that he could get back to it. He wasn't just trying to save it, he wanted a second touch. Vatira forced into a low boost position. Nwpo shoots top corner, doesn't get the contact. Vatira jumps over the demo. He's got just enough boost to stay with this. And Nwpo has 100. Big advantage for him. That corner boost is about to spawn though. If Vatira can just stay in this position, oh, Nwpo's the one who got it. Another very difficult position for Vatira to be in. Nwpo puts it over this head, same as he did last time. This time he didn't need as big of a touch because Vatira was completely on zero boost. I think Vatira absolutely knew that boost was about to respawn in the corner. And Nwpo did as well. Ties the game for all. Vatira actually gives away the ball here. That's not what he planned. He's probably a bit afraid of just leaving it. Fake ceiling challenge by Vatira. He retreats. Nwpo 50s it through him. Quick look behind him before faking another attempt. Lots of mind games in game 5 by Nwpo. And after an aggressive series, most of them are working. Reset from Nwpo. Vatira floor pinches it in defense into the safety of the back corner. Attempts an in and out save. What a read by Vatira. Well, he's hanging on here somehow in impossible positions, but Nwpo's still coming forward. Every shot harder to save than the last, and he puts one through for a 1-goal lead. Vatira just couldn't hold on any longer. An unbelievable defensive stand before that, but he needed a 50-50 and he couldn't get one. 1:11 to go. Vatira wins the kickoff. Slow plays it and gets a bar down shot. It's out though. Nwpo just lands on the crossbar, floats his way back to the ball. Vatira, ceiling shot. Oh, Nwpo caught it. That's going to be 6-4. Vatira thought he was going to get more power on this. Nwpo just caught it on the goal line. That's still very brave. You would not see me doing that if I'm up by 1 in 1v1. I think most of us would be flipping there and saying goodbye to the counter-attack. Now it's Vatira who's forced to challenge early, but Nwpo just mind games him. The recovery for Vatira is good, but not good enough. Another massive goal swing has Nwpo in front. It's been all about the comebacks in game 4 and 5. Nwpo has done exactly what he needs to do. Actually, I don't think it was game 4 and 5, but in 2 of the games, including this one. I've totally forgotten which one it was. Yeah, Vatira's forced now to go aggressive, and it just isn't working. Nwpo's scoring too easily. the real win, the real work was done in the middle of this series where Nwpo had to play so carefully, and he used fake challenges, fake aerials to his advantage. Most of them had Vatira completely fooled because he's rushed so many times earlier on in the series. Beautiful save on the air dribble bump. Vatira trying to keep the attack going here. He wants one more goal, even though the win is too far gone. Or will Nwpo give it to him? No, he won't. He demos him, grabs the boost. He wants to make it 9. GG, says Vatira. Nwpo, too good. When he switched to the more careful style in Game 5, it just surprised Vatira. Vatira says, if you want. Is he going to challenge someone else here? Or was he trying to talk to Nwpo before he left? I'm not sure. But GG's, great series between these two. Absolutely world class. Amazing to see Vatira already playing at this level in 1v1 after only being active in the game mode for a short time. Oh no, wait, he said if you want because of GG's easy. Oh, it was GG's easy. This guy can't even play RLCS, bro. Oh, I missed the easy. Oh my goodness, I'm blind. I just did not see that one. This guy can't even play RLCS, bro. Thanks for playing, man. You're insane. Whoops. I didn't even see the easy. Wow. Well, okay, there is salt. He says, shut up. I'm going to say, or what? He says, joking. Shut up. Why are you guys... Nah, come on. Listen. How are you guys... How do you guys think that Vatira is salty right now? You guys are just not able to read between the lines at all if you think he's salty.